Hello! I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. As you can tell by the title of the video, I just quit my job. Let me tell you a little bit about that. I have worked for 9.5 years as a special education paraeducator, working with students with special needs. For a long time, I worked at a middle school, and then 3 years ago, I transferred over to a high school, and unfortunately, that high school was a bad situation. Some of the other paras, and one of the teachers weren't very nice, so it was really stressful, and I worked with some students that had really high needs, and just over the course of about 2.5 years, I got really burnt out. And finally, I gave in and transferred back to the middle school where I used to work, and everyone there was real nice, and my duties were less difficult. But unfortunately, I had allowed myself to get so burnt out physically. Like when you get really burnt out, your body basically becomes resistant to the hormones that it uses to help your body deal with stress. So over a couple months when I was back at the middle school, I tried working, but like each week I would get first I would get really tired by Friday, and then like I couldn't even hardly make it till Thursday, and it just got worse and worse to the point where I couldn't get through a Monday without being incredibly fatigued and tired because my body just couldn't handle any stress. So I realized that I wasn't going to be able to continue, and I was going to have to quit at least for a while so that I could recover. And I decided that this is a rare opportunity for me to finally concentrate completely on my YouTube channel. So I mean, I've done like a lot of content in the summer before, but I've never like taken a whole year to really concentrate on my YouTube channel and see if I could maybe grow it and turn it into something that I could do as a job. And every year when I go back to school, when school starts again, I have to work. I'm just too tired and run down after work to make much content, so I really can't work and do YouTube and really concentrate on YouTube. I usually end up just not making hardly any content during the school year, and then I just make a bunch in the summer. But since I have to be off, and don't worry, I talked to my doctor, and she's got me on kind of an antidepressant. It's the kind of antidepressant that helps your body replenish its serotonin, and helps your body be able to handle stress again. So I'm kind of on the mend as far as that goes. But I went ahead and quit my job because I didn't know how long it would take me to completely recover. And I've decided I'm going to see if I can go as long as I can just doing YouTube for a while. I have some money saved up so that I'm not completely destitute, but I will be starting daily content again, and some things long-standing fans of my channel might be excited about. Base showcases are coming back. Base showcases were an old staple thing I did on my channel all the time years ago. And I quit doing them for a long time, for years now, but I'm going to bring them back, and like almost every single day I'm going to showcase another player's base. Since we have the Nexus now that lets you go to featured bases, it's going to be real easy. So every day I'll do a base showcase, and also starting right away I'm going to do a VR playthrough of the Pioneers Expedition. So currently we're still doing the Pioneers Expedition, so I will do a series of that in VR. I will live stream it on Twitch, and then it will become episodes on YouTube. But don't worry, I will be live streaming on YouTube as well. I'm going to kind of split it up, do some live streaming on Twitch, some on YouTube, just to kind of, keep different options open and such. And I also have other games that I'm going to be playing on my channel as well, but I'm probably always going to do some No Man's Sky content, like probably every day do a base showcase or some other No Man's Sky video, and then I might also have another video of some other game. But in order for this to work, I am going to need support. I'm not currently, as at the recording of this video, I have just over 4,000 subscribers, and the amount of views that I get definitely isn't enough to sustain me as an income from just ad revenue. So I'm going to need some support to help make this thing work. Like, if you are interested in me, like, doing YouTube full time and putting out content constantly again, and like never stop, never taking really long breaks where I'm not uploading anything because I'm working and it's too stressful. If you would like me to become a full-time YouTuber, I need your support, at least for a while until my channel grows more. I have many different ways now that you can support me. I now have a Patreon, and I've always had, for a long time now, I've had memberships on YouTube where you can you can become a member of my channel, and I have a Patreon now which has similar support levels that you can choose from. I'll tell you about those in a minute. But other ways you can, if you don't want to support me every month through Patreon or memberships, you could also do a one-time gift through Super Chat. When I'm live streaming on YouTube, you can do a Super Chat during the live stream to give me some money, or on Twitch there's also like cheering and subscriptions and stuff that you can do to support me as well. And then there's also a new thing on YouTube called Applause. I think it's still kind of in beta, but I'm one of the beta testers. So on some platforms, like laptop, I know it works at least. I don't know if it works on phones or not. I think it works on some types of phones, but you can go to any of my videos and you can applaud them. There's a button that says Applause that lets you donate some money to me, and it like creates a special comment that says that you applauded the video and stuff. So that's another way that you can contribute a little money if you want to. But if you can't give, that's perfectly fine. If you just watch my videos and like them, that helps a whole lot. So, I mean, at the very least, you can just watch my videos, and I'll really appreciate that. Now, I want to tell you about the perks for Patreon and memberships. There's three levels, and they're pretty much the same. I think on YouTube, level 1 is $1.99, because I think that was the lowest they would let me do. On Patreon, the lowest one is $1. But for both of them, if you do the $1.99 on YouTube or the $1 on Patreon, both of them give you access to private, like member or patron only messages from me. So I'll post messages on Patreon for that only patrons will be able to see, or on YouTube that members will be able to see. That's just the perk from the $1 level. Now the $5, an extra perk. Now, really important thing I want to say is that I'm never going to pay gate my videos. All my videos will always be accessible. There's not going to be any like patron only video premiere or whatever, or videos that only patrons can watch or anything like that. All my videos are always going to be free and up for anyone to watch. I'm never going to pay gate those, but there are other perks in the different tiers of support. Now, $5, it's the same price on YouTube and Patreon. $5 gives you early access to my Dreams. So if you have Dreams on PlayStation, Dreams is a game I've done on my channel a bit, that it's basically a game that players can make their own games, and I've made several games on Dreams. I'm planning to make more. So if you support me for $5 and if you have Dreams, I will give you early access to my Dreams creations. So while I'm creating them, before I've completely finished them and completely released them, I will release them as unlisted and I will share them with you. So you'll be able to access the games that I'm working on early and play them, even though nobody else is able to see or find them. So that's the perk for the $5 tier, and of course that also includes the member-only messages. And then $10, the third tier, you get a signed copy of my book. This is a book that I wrote years ago. It's called Journey of the Nephilim. I wrote this book way back before I even started YouTube. I think I've always kind of wanted to do something creative, make something that people could enjoy. It ended up being YouTube. I ended up making videos, but I did self-publish this book years ago, and I can't remember how many I had made. I want to say like 800 copies, but that might be wrong. It might be only no. I think it costed me like $800 to have them. I don't remember, but I have at least 100 copies of these in a box still. I was never able to sell very many of them, but so this is kind of a neat little collector's item, merchandise that you can get if you support me for $10 a month. Now you'll get the book as soon as you pay for 1 month. So if you're basically buying the book for $10, if you support me for $10 for a month, I will have you email me at markforaday@gmail.com. If you've already paid to support me for 1 month for $10, you can email me, send me an address. You're going to have to trust me with your address, and I will mail you a copy of my book. And it'll be a signed copy. I'll sign the inside of it. Now, this book is basically kind of a fantasy that I wrote, and it's set in a world with a green sky. You can kind of see this is green clouds that are in the sky in the book that I wrote. It's not the best book ever, obviously, but you'll get to. I think you'll like it, and it's a nice little collector's item. I think you might enjoy, and another perk to getting the book is that you'll know my last name, my real last name. I've revealed that my first name is Mark, but I've never revealed my last name. In fact, my last name is a blacklisted word on my channel because I think some people figured out my last name and they were commenting on my channel, so I blacklisted that word so that anyone who comments my last name will be blocked. The comment will be removed automatically. But this is a kind of a partial last name reveal. If you support me for $10 either on Patreon or YouTube membership, I'll send you a copy of my book and you'll know my last name, and I'll sign the inside. I'll sign it my first and last name, aka Mac Forday. I'll write inside, so then you'll have that. And other cool thing is if you continue to support me for $10 every month, I will. So basically, I can continue to give you more copies of the book. Every month that you support me for $10, I can send you another copy. but that will be on request only. In other words, I'm not going to just keep sending you books even if you don't want them. I think some people would find that really annoying if they kept supporting me for $10 every month and I kept sending them these books and they didn't want them. I'm not going to do that. If you keep supporting me for $10 and you want more of them, you have to email me again and request them. Say, hey, I supported you for a second month. Please send me another copy of the book. So, like, I guess if you really like this book and you want to like give it as gifts to friends or something, you can do that. You can get more copies of it. You can get one copy every month that you support me for $10. But you don't have to. You can keep supporting me for $10 if you want and not get more of the books, or you can just support me for 1 month for $10 to get the book and then just stop supporting me for $10. You can decrease to a lower tier or just stop supporting me entirely. It's up to you. But the option is there to get more copies of the book if you want to, if you keep supporting me for $10. So that's that. Patreon and memberships, rewards tiers for the time being. So in conclusion, I quit my job. I'm out of a job for the time being because I'm dealing with burnout and recovering from that. And I am going to be uploading daily content. I'll be doing a base showcase and starting my new No Man's Sky VR live stream series tomorrow. And support me in whatever capacity that you can. You can give money if you're able to, or you can just watch my videos, share them with other people, and like them. But that's it for now. I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.